Hello, everyone. It's good to actually see that there's a few people talking in chat. I like that. I don't get to see too many of them doing it. It's great. So how is everyone and how's your writing? I'm sorry that I had to cancel last night's stream. I actually hurt my back during the weekend, so I have the good chair out. Hopefully that will not harm my back too much. But Saturday I couldn't move. And then Sunday I could move, but it still kind of hurts. So I was like, maybe one more day. Still kind of hurts, but not like it used to. So let's see. Oh, nice. Back on BookTube. Awesome. Mental health breaks are good. Trust me. So good to have. I don't know. Sometimes it's better than physical breaks. Let's see. It looks like we have Meadow. And we have Amy and Devin, unless everyone, people coming in and out. That's always good. No, I did not have full contact D&D, not during COVID. What are you talking about? Although I do have a Dragonborn Paladin, and he's a very interesting character, I must say. He has this problem with enslavement. So the moment you say slaves, he goes crazy. So last Saturday, not the Saturday that just happened, but the Saturday before then, we had this crazy warlock that said, oh, mummies are slaves. They are spirits that never got a chance to say no. So my Dragonborn ripped the coffin open and started a whole ambush of mummies. Yep. Nice. I'm feeling much better than I was, Amy. It was pretty bad for a bit. I was like, nope. It doesn't help. My spine's actually twisted. It doesn't look like it unless you're staring at me from either a sideways angle or you're actually feeling as my spine twists. It's something I've had for years. I'm in my 30s and I've had it since I was 12, so it's something I've gotten used to. Oh, nice. Simon's here and Meadow. 10 for you. Yeah, it's 1 here for me, but, I like it that way. I like it when it's nice and dark. And that's why I've got my Nano over there, my computer. It actually says Nano. See? And I'm actually on the other computer. So, do you do something with BookTube, Amy? Is that it's like I've seen your name before, and I don't know if it's because you've been on a live stream with me or I've been on the live stream with you. I don't know. Your name's familiar, though. Sorry, it's my phone. So traditionally, I like to start a warm-up sprint. Are you watching me? Oh, I think my husband's watching me. He says I should tilt the camera down a bit. He's probably watching. Bet you he is. 7 p.m. in New Zealand. Betcha it's doing good, yeah. Well, at least doing better than here. Don't have a chance. Yeah, that's probably where I see you. A lot of sprints. I do a lot of sprints too. I like to join a lot of people. I like to talk a lot. I'm more of a talker. So as I was saying, I normally do a first sprint at 1:10, and I try to do a 10-minute warm-up unless somebody wants something more. I do let you guys decide what you want, but if nobody decides, I decide for you. I'm actually not a summer person, Devin. I found out I could actually do this. Let me see. I found out I can do that. It's been a while since I've learned how to do this, but yeah, I'm not a summer person. I actually like the cold, minus the sick part, Let's see. Although it's almost summer, it's still hella colder. I like the cold. I would just wish it would snow. Canada, yeah, always cold. Let's see. How about we do a 12-minute warm-up? I can do that.
You really need to tilt the camera down because now it looks like you're missing half your face.
Tilt it down like that. I'm on. Give me one moment. He's trying to help me with this. He is actually my editor and co-writer. So I'm not surprised that he's sitting there editing. He's also being very nosy on the stream, but that's fine, whatever. It's him who's going to lose sleep because he's a teacher, so that's his own thing. But yeah, you are actually correct. He edits my videos, he edits my books, and he helps, you know. Can you guys hear me now? Or am I still on mute? But yeah, my husband is my editor and co-writer.
I was making a joke.
I'm going to keep us on so that when you make commentary, he hears you. Oh, goodness. So, yeah. I do like that since... Hey, Nikki. Nice to see you. I don't normally see you on the sprint so late, so welcome. Oh, good. Well... I'm using my husband's computer, so sometimes I can't tell if I'm on mute. And I'm trying to find, I think the camera's right here. I apologize if I'm not looking at it really well. Don't mind me. I'm not very good at, professionalism, apparently. Yeah. He is like, I'm the one who does all the rough drafts. And then I have to write it all on the computer because he can't read my handwriting. That's his own fault. He doesn't know calligraphy well. And then I put it all on the computer, and he does all the full edits and rewrites it so that A, he's written it because that's what he should be, and B, he makes me sound like an official English-speaking American. Because apparently, since I learned German first, well, kind of German and English at the same time, so it's kind of, I tend to do their vocab style even when I'm speaking. So nice. I wasn't really sure of that, Devin. That's good to know. Awesome. I don't know if she was hosting the late night streams before I came on or not. So awesome. I was making sure that, because I like to write in the late night, that we were all getting covered. And it is 2 minutes to 1:10, and that's when I like to start the warm-up sprints. And by request of Amy, we're going to have a 12-minute sprint. Now, since I am completely horrible, let's see. Nikki wants to know if anyone wants her to go back to doing that. And Amy's saying that their accent is an actual mess. The South African accent with a mix of New Zealand. Nice. I don't know what I sound like. I know what I sound like when I speak German. I don't know what I sound like when I speak American. I think it's just a mutt mix. Let me make sure. I'm going to fix my banners because I use banners because I've been told how to do it, but I did not set up how to do a timer yet. So I will figure that out for us. So let's see. That'll be all right. It saved our banner. Awesome. Very exotic-ish. I've been told that when I speak low like this in my videos, that YouTube has flagged me as an ASMR channel. I've even had people say that I sound very soothing when I speak like this. And Devin is saying that Mrs. Nikki's late night streams, weren't they the theme streams? I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to do any of those. To go to those. There's so many streams during the day. I think that's what Devin means. Yeah, I can't really do a lot of the day streams because I don't write well in the daytime. I just don't. There's too much for me to focus on. I can't write. Everything's quieter now. And speaking of quiet, we have reached the 110, so we are going to do a 12-minute sprint, and I am going to start that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. Get those words. Save your screen so the gremlins don't get any of your words. Remember to hydrate, guys. Walk around if you need to. I will see you back here. Bye-bye. All right, that is time. Let me hide these guys here. We don't need them. How did you guys do? Let me know in the comments. Hello, we've got Ayane and official Carla Lorraine. Hello, hello. Welcome. So for me, because I kind of got caught up in the music I was listening to, I did 59 words. However, any words added is words more than you had. So always remember that. And believe me, that's what I always believe with NaNoWRIMO. It's not how many words you have, even though they do have set 50,000. It is how many words you write. Or in my other thing is setting up a writing plan that's very consistent every day. Well, I believe every day is a good writing plan, a couple hours, maybe even 30 minutes, something small, but not everyone can do it. So, just be good to yourself too. It looks like awesome. 91 words. That is always good. Are you working on anything in particular? Like what's your project right now? Don't mind me. And just so everyone knows, the next sprint's going to start at 1:30. Normally I'll do 20 minutes, but I do let anyone tell me what they want. They could do 20, 25, 30. I do try to stream until 3. Sometimes I can get persuaded to go past 3, but I do like to make sure I get enough sleep. And if you guys want to talk about what projects you're doing, you can leave it down in the comments. And how many words you've done is always a good thing. Hello to Mama. Nice to see you. I know last time you had stopped by, but I wasn't sure if you had stayed. It's always good to see you. As I had told everyone, I had canceled didn't even put up the stream, but basically canceled the last one because I hurt my back pretty bad on Saturday and I couldn't bend at all. So I was like, we're going to keep giving me some more time. It's still kind of tender, hence why I've got the nice chair behind me rather than the wooden one that I normally use. So, but it's good enough that I could sit here. So that's always a good thing. And for anyone who is wondering, I am still working on the calligraphy videos. I think I had showed you guys a couple streams ago how they're looking, and there's just these giant gaps of black that I'm trying to figure out how to bridge so that they kind of go more cohesive. So they are there and they are coming. And I've got a few more other things I'm doing. I was looking at a lot of the videos that I had been doing or what I was planning on going to do, and I decided maybe I don't want to do them, mostly because a lot of people already talk about writing advice and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of feeling where I'm going to put myself in this in the YouTube algorithms. I'm doing some more ASMR stuff coming up because I really enjoy reading things to people, like books and whatnot, or papers, things in my my ASMR voice and stuff like that. So we'll figure it out. I'm definitely doing the calligraphy workshops. Those are in a lot of demand, and a lot of people want to learn how to. Let's see. A lot of people are wanting to learn how to do a lot of the calligraphy that I do, so, you know, the calligraphy that I do. Since I do all of my books in 100% handwritten calligraphy. So that's what, those are coming. Those I will not get rid of. Those will be done. So let's see. Going back to the comments here, we have Nikki. She says, I'm working on a trilogy. That's my nano project. Is it, what genre is it? What age group? I mean, if you don't have to share, but I'm a curious person. I'm always like, poke. I want to know what you're writing. And Simon said, writing a small fantasy book. Right now at 20,000 words, so I'm behind, hoping to catch up. Trust me, I'm making sure that I'm at least doing these for the rest of the month, unless, of course, something else happens and I let you know ahead of time. What is, if you don't mind sharing, what's your fantasy book about? And yeah, I know I keep looking down here. The camera's up here. It's going to be a bit for me to get used to that. Thank you, Simon. My back is feeling better. It's an old thing that flares up, especially when I sit improperly for quite a while. Okay, well, you can head out, and if I'm still here, you can come back, or, well, if I'm still streaming, you can come back. If not, watch on the replay. I'm glad that you could stop by, Amy, and I should hopefully be doing these, 1 to 3 in the morning every day, unless, of course, I tell you guys otherwise. And you're very welcome. I'm glad. I decided to do the sprinting because I couldn't find too many people doing them. So we got, yeah, he might even be watching for all I know. But I'll let him know. Awesome. I'm just trying to catch up a bit. If y'all are still going later, I'll see you guys later. We will see. I have no idea how long you'll be. Like I said, I plan to 3, and if somebody can get me to extend, they can. I think I went to 3:30 at one point. So let's see. Tamama, still working on fanfic, trying to get ahead on the word count. Word count's always hard on Nano. This side character has just done some sinister stuff, and that may have included magically setting a man on fire to burn a house down. That is an interesting, very medieval tactic to burn a house down, definitely. So it is 1:30, and that's when I normally like to start the next sprint. Do you guys have any preference in mind? I can do 20, 25, 30. I wouldn't advise a full hour because I know people want to get up and do things. Some people like to talk. I mean, I like to talk. I'm the talker. I've spoken so bad that my chest is hurt in the morning because of it. So let's see. It's about mistaken identity. A lookalike prince is accidentally mistaken as a prince and causes way too much trouble. So kind of like a Mark Twain. Mark Twain did The Prince and the Pauper, which is awesome. Are you doing it more modern fantasy, or are you doing a fantasy based on your culture or on a different culture? Inquiring minds want to know. And it looks like Simon asked, what fandom is a fanfic? And Tamama said, the Kyoa Kara Mao novels. I don't know about them, but I have to look them up because I'm kind of curious about it. Alrighty. Well, I'm not seeing anyone tell me what time they might want, so I might just put us up for 20 minutes. That'll bring us up to about 150-ish. 150-ish. I'm going to save that there. There we go. Alrighty. Well, then, we are going to start because we're a minute past what I normally like to do. So let us do that. Always remember, save your work. Don't let the gremlins take it. Have some hydration. You need it. Have some food if you need it. I already know your suggestions. You've already told me either when everyone in the world wears a mask, when Trump concedes from the election, trying to figure out the other ones. I think you've said until COVID has had a vaccine. I mean, we can go on and on. And one day I'll do an endless stream for us, because you don't want to know my endless streams, Devin. They're normally about 8 to 12 hours. And I've done them at cafes. Aw, hi, Mom. That's my mom. I didn't expect to see you on. Well, if you want to come by, Mom, I do these from 1 to 3 every day, unless otherwise stated. So that's my mom. Alrighty. Well, like I said, we need to get on the writing schedule. So we are going to start now for 20 minutes, and I got to readjust my banner, but that's fine. We are going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy writing, everyone. Get those words. All right, that is the end of the second sprint. Let me take this off. And how did you guys do? Let me see. How did I do? It's a good question. $318. That's not too bad. Let's see. And it looks like Nikki said that she had to go. Understandable. And you're very welcome for the streams. Like I said, I do these every day. Let me take this off here. I'm sometimes in costume, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I just put them on while I'm working on it. It actually makes me feel better when I'm in costume and stuff, because then I can feel like I'm somebody different. I've actually dressed up as my own characters, and I speak to my own characters. It's fun conversation. It's like you have a whole circus in your one house. It's great. Let's see. Nice. Tamama says 336 came back to camp to find their lookout gone in a disturbing way. Ooh. Sounds like gruesome murder. Although it could be something else, it's still equally as disturbing. I've always enjoyed the piece here, piece there method. Right now, I have it where my Grim Reaper life coach is telling her client, who is afraid of loud, sudden noises, to give her her phone, because she's got this really cool tactic that might help her out that she saw on Judge Judy. And official Carla says, I'm on Pinterest looking at images to use for my character profiles, adding images to Scrivener. I love looking at images for characters. I think I spend hours looking at models. Which one goes best? A lot of mine aren't human, so it's kind of odd to try to figure out which ones might work out. Now, if you don't mind sharing, what are you writing? I'm always really curious about what other people are doing. Let's see. I was trying to do 10K, a 10K day, but didn't make it. Stopped at 5.082. That's still a lot of words. It really is. Trust me, 10K can be very difficult to get for anyone. Like even professionals like Neil Gaiman, they don't. Like, he's even said he handwrites like I do, and he does not get 10,000 a day. I think he shoots for 1,500. So you're doing a great job with the 5,000. It's still fun though to challenge yourself. Oh, I wanted to share. I actually had a friend today. Can't name names, can't say anything much about it, but I can tell you that she had a call from an agent and she's accepting an offer of representation. So we're all happy for her, because we're like, we have this small little group of middle grade chapter book and picture book authors, and we get together and we celebrate each other's triumphs and you know, are there to console when we get rejections and everything. So it was awesome. I can't share anything because nothing's been made official yet on all the lines, and in traditional publishing we all have a certain way of how things are done, and you can't announce till the agency announces, and all that kind of fun stuff. Let's see. Tamama says, also recommend Artbreeder. Ooh, I've never heard of Artbreeder for character picks, because you can mix up some really realistically looking people. Is that something close to what does my baby look like, and then they put your picture and the picture of whoever you want to be with together and make a baby? I'm thinking that that's what that is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we were very excited. Trust me, we were very excited for her. In fact, she told us she was having a call on Friday, and all of us were all like, "Can you tell us yet?" And she goes, "No," because that's not what you can do. There's some rules in publishing. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. Let me see. Oh, I don't think this one actually has ink in it. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Ink. Let's see if I can actually get it out of the bottle today. Come on. I'm gonna write that down. Come here, you. So you said art breeder. Okay. Oh. I do not want my ink going everywhere. Trust me, I probably would with accident. All right. So we have, it's like you can morph portraits and tweak all sorts. Oh, nice. Variable race, age, makeup, gender. Awesome. Just went to Art Breeder's site. Check it out real quick. Nice. What comment got deleted? It's like, did I accidentally delete a comment or something? I don't think I did. I don't know. I have it on my end. I think, unless there's another comment that I did not see. Yeah, please let me know, because I'm seeing all of my comments unless there's one thing that got deleted somewhere. Which I don't mean. I'm still learning how this works, so knowing me, I might accidentally delete something and not even notice that I did it. So, apologize. Huh. Talking about the faces in my current WIP. Yeah, the only thing I've got here is that you recommend Art Breeder for the character picks. So I don't know. Unless for some reason YouTube decide. I've had YouTube do it. I've had YouTube, like, I'll post a comment and then YouTube just deletes it. And I'm like, what happened? Maybe. I mean, maybe you're talking about something that I know that even here on StreamYard, I'll write a comment and it'll say YouTube won't let me post it because they think that it might have spam. So I don't know how YouTube plays it, but I've had to rewrite passages. They seem okay after I rewrite them. So do you guys want to do another sprint at 2:05 or 2:10, and for how long? I mean, I like talking, and I could talk forever, but I'm pretty sure people want to get words done. It's understandable. I have banners for 4 sprints, although that's only because that seems to be the amount of sprints that I get done within the 12-hour period. You could try rewriting it to Mama and see if that'll help. Yeah. Yeah, Devin's quick to tell me when somebody might be a troll or somebody might be a bot, or somebody might be spam. Because I don't know everyone on YouTube enough to know who's legit and who's not. I'm bad with that. I'm just like, I could have somebody talking about some erotic romance and they're trying to troll me and I wouldn't even notice because I like to write that kind of stuff. So why is it a troll for me? I think we all have the Devon seal approval unless he deletes us. It wasn't anything much, just that I used the site to create. Nice. Yeah, I heard you say something about recommending it, but that was about... And then you said you can morph and tweak the photos, but yeah. It was probably YouTube just doing what it does sometimes. All right. Any thoughts about 205 or 210? If not, I'll just pick random and we go with it. And in that case, I'd probably pick... Yeah, it could just be the gremlins. That's also right. Especially if you feed them after midnight. Those magwai can get very, very mean after midnight. Wouldn't recommend feeding them. All right. It looks like Tamama wants 205. Okay. Do you want to do the regular 20 or do you want more minutes? I think that would be more. I think that would be more time than what I was willing to stay on stream tonight. All right. Well, for this time, I'm actually going to have us do 25 so we can get to 2:30. Sounds like a good time for me. And we will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get all those words. Make sure you save so those gremlins don't take your words from you. Hydrate, walk around, dance, sing. I always sing while I'm writing, so that is how it is. Alrighty. See, I gotta make sure I got the right banner ups. There we go. We'll see you on the flip side. All right, that is time. We get the banners off again. So how did everyone do? See, I finished a chapter on that one, and what did I do, word-wise? $5:02 that time. And I will try to make sure we have one more sprint. Let's see. All right. Tamama says 404. Creepy things in the ground now. Well, that's got to be fun. Having all the fun here at the stream or at the creepy crawly camp. I think I'd have fun at the creepy crawly camp, though, too. To be fair, I write horror and stuff, so might as well. Although the Grim Reaper turned life coach is more of a comedy of errors, dark horror. Well, dark chicklet, somewhere around there. Comedy of errors, I think. It's pretty good. So do you guys think we should do another one at 2:40 and probably do either a 10, a 12, or a 15 for a cooldown and give me time to do an outro? Unless, of course, you guys convince me to stay up later than 3. Let's see. So far in the stream, what have I gotten? I think I was going a little slower this time. For the stream, that is. There we go. Yeah, I've only done 854 this stream. Only. That's a really bad thing to say, is only. Think of it as I added these words. It makes it feel a lot better. Okay. Let's see. 240 or 245. I'm thinking 240 might be a good one. One more sprint. Would you guys want it to be the full 20 and bring us to the hour, or would you mind doing like a 10, a 12, or a 15, somewhere around there for a cool down sprint? And I do offer that if anyone wants to co-host with me, they can just let me know and where I can put the information on, like Instagram or something, for you message wise. I'm okay with that. It would give me somebody to talk to aside from myself. I have thought, for funness, I should just unmute, take the unmute off, and you guys would hear me singing. But then I'm like, I don't want to scare people half to death, all concentrated on their book, and then all of a sudden they hear noise. Believe me, not that I have a problem with singing in front of people. I was trained to do that at a very young age. Cooldown one, do you think a cooldown would be better for 10? I know we opened at 12. Do you want to do just 12 close like we did at 12 open? Aw, thank you, Devin. Were you during? Why can I not remember her name right now? The karaoke. Trying to remember her name, and I can't at this moment. Go figure. I would know her if I saw her. I'm always so bad with names. I'd forget my own if it wasn't, everywhere. I think it was Meadow. Is Meadow the one who lives in South Africa? If she is, then yeah. I'm like I said, I'm so horrible with names. Thankfully, I think people are patient with me enough. I've actually called my husband different names too, because I'm just like, oh, I forgot. Maybe it was Sage's stream then. It could have been Sage. It might have been. See, I swear I thought it was South Africa was where the lady lived, but I don't know if Sage does karaoke. Meadows in Oregon. I mean, that makes sense why it was only 10 her time. One day I hope I get everyone's names, but like I just said, I'm. It's really interesting. My husband is the fourth, and there's 3 still alive. So sometimes I'm like, which one? Oh, it gets really interesting. I talked to my mother-in-law. Yeah, I mean mine, and I'm like, wait, you have one too. It's same name. It's like, and then he's also her son, so it gets really funny. It just gets hilarious. It's just so funny. And she said, yeah, imagine when all 4 of them were alive. It's like at the same time, And then we're planning one day to have the 5th. So yeah, we're just gonna keep up a tradition of long, a long tradition. It started long ago, so I might as well continue it. Well, if no one gives me the option, I will go for 10 minutes. For some reason, I always find 10 minutes to be a good cooldown. I don't know why, because it also feels really short when you do it. You're like, wait a minute. That's actually 16. Sorry. Nice. Meadows hosting Christmas karaoke. Like, I've got a few songs I can sing. It really depends on, like, there's few that I like. I like Mary Did You Know? Love that song. All I Want for Christmas, that's always fun. Where Are You Christmas? I'm trying to think. I do Silent Night in 3 different languages. I do it in English, in German, and in sign language. My husband, for many people, he's very fluent in ASL, so I just don't like that. That's wrong. Oh boy! And if he's still on the stream, he's gonna laugh at me saying the wrong signs. Yeah, no, I absolutely love it. It makes me cry too. I would do it in traditional karaoke fashion. Well, it's always karaoke. Boy. Yeah, acapella fashion. It's odd, but for me, a lot of music in the background is it makes it harder for me to concentrate on the words, which is funny. I mean, I was trained in choral and vocal for many years. I like the little drummer boy too. Alrighty, well it is 2:40, so we're going to do our last sprint, and it'll be a 10-minute sprint, something to just kind of relax on. And if you want to write, you can. If not, do whichever you would like to do. I'm hoping I can at least hit 1,000. That'd be nice. Remember to save your words so the gremlins don't get them, and to hydrate. It's always a good thing. Make sure you got that water, especially if you're talking like me incessantly. And I will see you back here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get all those words, guys. All right, that is time. So if you want to tell me how you did here as well as how you did with the entire sprint, I think that would be fine. I did 188, so I don't know if I made it to my full 1,000. Let me see. I mean, at least I can just write some more later on when I wake up. Oh no, I got 1,042, so I did at least reach that. So what's interesting is I think I've told a lot of you that my Grim Reaper decided that the best way to treat humans was to work off of the knowledge that she's gained. Aside from being at their bedsides for many millennia, she's also learned about the modern human through infomercials, through court TV, and through soap operas, and through reality TV. So as far as she's concerned, the best way to save somebody and redirect their life is to do the gimmicks that you find on TV for the most part. And one of them is a lawyer that's afraid of sudden sounds. And what does she do? She decides to put a gavel sound as a notification on her phone so that it'll go off every time she's notified. And she said she got that from Judge Judy. So, I mean, I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. Let's see. Simon barely grazed the 21,000 mark this time. We'll add another 1,000 later in the evening, I hope. Hey, you at least got to the 21,000. That's great. Are you doing any more sprints, or are you going to? Well, I mean, obviously you could come back here for the next sprint, next 1 o'clock on the 18th. Yeah, the 18th. It's like calculating my days here. Believe me, we will definitely, I'll definitely help as best as I can. Tamama says that she got 91 words. Awesome. Progress is progress in my book. I'm enjoying it. I think I'm going slower right now is because this scene wasn't written. This scene and a lot of the other scenes in my book are actually due to talking with my former agent before we decided to part ways. And she was saying, she gave me ideas of what to do for this book, and that's what happened. I originally wrote the story, and it was a bit dark to be a comedy. And yeah, I like dark. That's what I do. I write horror, so I can understand why it was that dark. And she was telling me, if you want to make it comedy, do this. And we started throwing some ideas together. So I've been reworking a lot of her ideas, what she had given me as advice in this book. So we'll see. And Devin so kindly put up that Sage, who's another awesome YouTuber, however you wanna say it. She streams in 3 hours, so around about 6 a.m. my time, but a little later because she lives in South Africa, so it'll probably be afternoon maybe, or maybe a little evening for her. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, for sure. They are at 1 p.m. for me, so the time is good and streams are fun and productive. I'm glad. I wasn't 100% sure how productive these be because they are, from what I've noticed, a lot of author tubers stream during what would be daylight for America. So maybe a lot of them live in America. I live in America, but I stay up at night, so I'm okay with that. I don't know how I would be if I lived back in Germany, because would I still be working at nighttime, or would I switch to daytime? That's a good question. Not one that I know. I don't know the answer to that one. But yeah, everyone's welcome, whether you're doing NaNoWRIMO, whether you are doing any writing. I mean, if you want to stay here just because you want to listen to me talk all, this entire time, that's fine too. I don't really, I like being able to feel like I'm around people, especially now. I've got my husband, so that works, but it's good to feel like I'm around other writers. So I'll give an outro because I might as well. Not leaving till 3, but I'll give an outro. My name on this channel is Catherine Fay. I am a writer of all dark things, horror, sci-fi, fantasy. Believe me, I've got a really brutal, grim, dark space opera that I don't know how to shop because it is very brutal. It is very dark, and I've had people stop reading it because of how dark it is. So, it's okay. It's all right. I wanted to stretch my limits of how dark I could get, so I did it. And that's kind of how it went with that one, but I really like that one. I also do dark fantasy, and I will do urban fantasy, contemporary dark fantasy, but I don't do straight contemporary because I don't prefer to write in our world without magic. I love magic. It's just my thing, or science, magic or science. On this channel, I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do. I'm definitely an author tuber who does videos, and if you watch any of my videos aside from the live streams, you'll see me in costume because I'm definitely in costume in all of my videos. I am planning to show a calligraphy series because that's what I do is I write everything by hand before I have to transfer it on a computer for professional reasons, obviously. And a lot of people want to know how to write by hand with calligraphy. I tend to use my fountain pens, and I also use bottles of ink as well as cartridges. But I go into that in the workshop. And so that's coming. I'm also planning on doing some more ASMR book readings and stories because I actually enjoy just reading to people. Yeah. And it looks like Devin brought up my book. Yeah, that is a book that I wrote 10 years ago. Might as well show it. If he's going to advertise it, I will show it. It is 10 years old, about these two vampire hunters that find the hidden city of the vampires in the Adirondack Mountains. I am not very good at pronouncing it, sadly. And they find themselves in this type of war with vampires and find out vampires are actually aliens. Just a few fun things. It was written back in 2009. I was having fun. I like vampires, so what can I say? Anything dark. Not in my streams, but if you look in my my other videos, you will see all the links to my social media. That's Instagram, Twitter. I might have Facebook. I'm not sure if I have the Facebook there. I might. Probably. I do have a Patreon, which I just consider a tip jar, but nobody has to actually do it, but it's there. Obviously this channel. I don't know if I have any other social medias that I am aware of because I have not finished putting up my website. Although I have a domain. I've actually purchased my domain name. So, I mean, I'm at least a step further. I'm not very good at web design. It's one thing I have found for somebody who did who went to college for graphic arts and media. I couldn't really do web design to save my life. I think there's just two different things, really. Alrighty. It was really great to hang out with you guys. It was really fun. We got to hear my husband telling me how to adjust the camera, and he still is going to help me a little bit more because I have to figure that out. He is my co-writer. He's also my editor, and he's also a freelance editor. So if anyone's interested in dealing with a very good editor who's very blunt as a spoon, will tell you exactly how your book should probably read. Believe me, He even likes to edit professionally published books that have been around for far longer than either of us have been alive. We also got a visit from my mom, which was cool. I don't get to see her too often on my streams. Actually, it's the first time I've ever seen her say hi in a stream, so maybe she's been here and I never knew. But it was really fun. I think it was a great productive stream. I should be streaming tomorrow unless something comes up. If something comes up, hopefully Devin can get a hold of people, because until I get 1,000 subscribers, they don't let me do a community post. So that's just how YouTube works. All right. So it was really great to have you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.